Hi everyone. We'll be studying Brother and Sister today. It's written by Lewis Carroll. This is chapter 2. It's a poem in grade 8 English book. So let us quickly begin. Now, in the first page of the chapter, which has the title Brother and Sister, the theme over here is myself and family. It is chapter 2. And there are a few questions which are a part of the connect activity. There are 8 questions which are about your brother or sister, and if you don't have any, then maybe your cousin. You need to know a few things about them. This is what we expect. So there are very simple questions which you need to answer, like what is their most prized possession, then what do they want to be when they grow up, their favorite book, favorite season, do they like dogs or cats, and why do you have fights? If you have, do you have any fights with your siblings or cousins? And why? What is the reason? Next is there something that you have kept secret from them? And the last one is, what are you most proud of him or her for? Have they done something for which you are proud of them? Maybe they are very good in studies or in sports or drawing or music or dance, whatever it is. So let us go to the actual poem now. The section is read. Over here we will be reading the poem. And there are a few words over here which are a part of word body. The first one over here is weary. That means someone who's very tired. Prudent, act or show care and thought for the future. Battered means to get injured with repeated blows. If you hit someone on the same spot again and again, the skin becomes battered, and it is mostly used for cows and bullocks and all the working animals. Donkeys and all these animals have that battered hide. It is actually used for animals. Broth, soup consisting of meat or vegetables cooked in stock, sometimes thickened with barley or other cereals. Beaming means a very broad smile, full of that cheerfulness. Indignantly means what? It means to feel a strong displeasure. That means not be happy when something is done unjustly. That means it is not done in a fair manner. Stew, it is a dish made of meat and vegetables. It's like a curry, which is cooked in a pan, which is covered. Okay, so now we'll quickly read the poem. I hope you have understood all the difficult words, and I'll be explaining as we go ahead. Sister, sister, go to bed. Go and rest your weary head. Thus the prudent brother said. Do you want a battered hide, or scratches to your face applied? Thus his sister calm replied. Sister, do not raise my wrath. I'd make you into mutton broth, as easily as kill a moth. The sister raised her beaming eye, and looked on him indignantly, and sternly answered, Only try. Off to the cook he quickly ran. Dear cook, please lend a frying pan to me as quickly as you can. And wherefore should I lend it to you? The reason, cook, is plain to view. I wish to make an Irish stew. What meat is in that stew to go? My sister'll be the contents. Oh, you lend the pan to me, cook? No. And the moral? Never stew your sister. Now we'll go into detail, and I have cropped the picture into 2. Now we'll see the first 4 stanzas over here. Now what is written? Sister, sister, go to bed. Go and rest your weary head. That means a head which is very tired. Someone who has done a lot of work or has played a lot becomes very tired. So that extreme tiredness is called weary. So the brother, he is trying to tease the sister. The sister, go and rest your weary head. That means you're so tired, go and rest, take some rest. Does the prudent brother said. He's trying to be prudent, as if he's caring a lot, he is worried about what will happen to the sister and all. But that was just a way of teasing. Now the sister knows that he is just teasing. So she also says, do you want a battered hide? That means, do you want a skin which is become battered, If you see bullock, the bullocks or the bulls which are there in the bullock are the animals that work in the farms and all, they have, some marks on their body. And even the horses, for that matter, they have these marks which come because of repeatedly beating on the same place. So that type of a skin is called as a battered hide. Hide also is the skin of the animal. So she's saying, do you want a skin which is like this battered? That is the amount of beating she will give him. Or scratches to your face applied. Do you want some scratches on your face? Thus his sister calm replied. Now she said, calmly she said, do you want this? So her tone was very calm, but the words were really strong now. Sister, do not raise my wrath. Now the brother is saying, do not raise my wrath. Now wrath, it is not given in the word buddy, but it means to be very, very, very angry. So it's like the extreme step of being angry. So he's saying that, do not raise my wrath. That means do not make me so angry that, I'll have to do something about it. What he'll do is he'll make her into mutton broth. And how easily as kill a moth. Now, what is a moth? Do you know? These small insects, the flying ones which come during the rainy season, and they especially come in for the tube light. So that's a moth. It's a very small insect. So he's saying, just with a newspaper, if you hit it, and it's called a patinga in Hindi. Even with a newspaper, you can kill it. So he's saying, that will be the level in which I will beat you. Just like, killing a moth. So it's so easy to hit you. The sister raised her beaming eye. Now the sister, she raised her beaming eye. Beaming means what? There was a smile on her face, which was a very, you can call it a devilish smile. When that smile is not because of happiness, it's because of, that, okay, you're telling me like this. So that was the smile. And she looked on him indignantly. So she looked, very indignantly. That is, she was very unhappy from inside, because of the way he was speaking and the words that he was using, but she couldn't do anything. So she sternly replied, only try. She didn't say anything more. Only try, she said, then I'll see what you do. Next one now. Off to the cook he quickly ran. Dear cook, please lend a frying pan to me as quickly as you can. Now the brother, he ran to the cook. Now we don't know who the cook actually is. It can be the cook or the mother, we don't know. So he's saying, that can you give me a frying pan? I need it. And wherefore should I lend it to you? The reason, cook, is plain to view. I wish to make an Irish stew. Now this poem is actually written in, in olden times. So there's this word, wherefore. This word, wherefore, it means, it's a very old word that means, why. Just it's, why should I lend it to you? So he's saying that I want to make an Irish stew. Now stew again is a dish like a curry. So he's saying I want to make an Irish stew and I need the pan. What meat is in the stew to go? Now the cook is saying what is going to go in the stew as meat. So he's saying my sister. Now this is just a way of saying, no one can actually cook their sisters. But it is actually, there's a hidden meaning to this poem, a very underlying meaning to it. And it says that never stew your sister. Now, physically, if you see, biologically, boys are a little more stronger when it comes to the physical strength, the amount of muscle or bone strength, whatever it is. So that is not to be used against your sisters. That is only for her protection, for your protection. That's a different thing. You can't use it against your sister. So that is the basic meaning of this poem actually. And I hope you have understood what I was trying to tell you. And there are questions here and the answers I have given in the description box. They are also attached over here. You can take screenshots or they are written. They are typed in the description box. All the answers are there. The answers for I understand, reference to context. Okay, all these answers are given below and also the checkpoint answers are given in the description box. Now, let us quickly read the questions. The first checkpoint question is, what did the brother instruct the sister to do and what was her response? Second one, do you think the sister was rude or polite? How can you tell? Who wrote the poem Brother and Sister? Who is the third character in the poem? What would go into the stew as a major ingredient according to the brother? And the last one is, what is the moral of the poem? And I hope everyone remembers all these points? At least the moral, never stew your sister. Now, I understand is the next activity that we have. There are 4 questions over here. All the answers are given. And for the next one, that is reference to context, again, answers are given. There are 3 of them. And each one of them has got 3 questions. And the third one has got 4. Now, there is one, can you see this pink box, I feel? It has a figure of speech over here. It means hyperbole. That means when you exaggerate something, if I say, see their examples, it was so cold, I saw polar bears wearing jackets. I am so hungry, I could eat a horse. I have a million things to do. Can anyone actually have million things to do? No. But that's just a way of saying that, I have got a lot of work to do. I can give you one more example. I can say that, the road was so hot that I could boil an egg on it, or I could fry an egg on it. Will anyone go and fry the egg? No, but that means that the road was very, very hot because the temperature was so high. That means it was a summer day. Okay, so that is a way of saying. So such type of a figure of speech where you exaggerate things which are not in their natural form, you make it look much more bigger, much more worse, whatever it is, just exaggerate something in a way it becomes, a little comical. That means on something which you can laugh. Then that thing is called as hyperbole. And that is the most important thing which was there after the poem. Otherwise, all the question answers are given behind. You can just refer to them. And if you like the work, please give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.